What's up, guys? Welcome to the very first episode of Straight Up No Chaser, the podcast where we serve bar stories the same way I pour shots. Strong, messy, and with absolutely no filter. I'm Cheyenne, your local thirst responder, professional drink slinger, and part time therapist for anyone who cries into their cocktail. Someone who's absolutely tired of pretending customers aren't unhinged. This isn't your polished bartender podcast. This is the shit we whisper about in the walk-in. The behind the bar chaos, the stories we shouldn't tell, but I'm going to anyways. So whether you've worked in the industry, gotten cut off by someone like me, or you're just nosy and love a little bit of drama with your dirty martini, welcome to the bar, babe. So grab a drink, light a cig, or hide in the walk-in if you're at work, and don't piss me off before the ice bin's full. Let's get into it, y'all. This is Straight Up No Chaser, and I hope you brought your tolerance. All right, so I figured we'd kick things off with a little industry therapy, aka all the shit that they don't tell you before you pick up the bar key and start pouring drinks for the emotionally unstable. This one's for my bartenders, my servers, my barbacks, and even you cute little chaos gremlins who think bartending is just fun and fast cash. Because buckle up, I got a few stories, a few rants, and some truths that'll make you never ask for a Bloody Mary during a rush ever again. Straight up. All right, cheers, y'all. Let's get into this. We're going to kick off with a story from when I first started bartending back in the good old days, you know. We're going to call this the hand dryer heard around the world. All right, so picture this. I'm working this huge dart tournament. Like huge. There's dudes everywhere. The kind of crowd that's drinking Busch Light at 10 a.m. and still throws darts like their rent depends on it. So we're slammed. I'm running on Monster Energy and dry shampoo. Everyone's yelling about bullseyes and trying to flirt like they're not wearing camel Crocs. Suddenly, out of nowhere, this grown-ass man busts out of the bathroom like he just discovered Jesus Christ himself. He is grinning ear to ear, looking like he just saw heaven, and he yells, "Guys, they have a massager for your penis in the bathroom." Oh my God. Full volume, y'all. Full confidence, no shame in this man's game. It was like he was doing a Yelp review for a brothel. Everyone in the bar stops. Dead silence. You could hear a lime wedge drop. I'm behind the bar losing it, trying not to drop this tray of Vegas bombs while this man, still beaming like a kid on Christmas, starts recommending it to his friends. "No, seriously, bro, go try it. It's amazing. It vibrates and everything." I'm standing there thinking, oh my God. This man just stuck his junk in the hand dryer. And y'all, he did. This man thought the extra large Dyson Airblade was a dick spa. I have never laughed so hard in my life. Like, I had to go back and pretend to restock so I could cry and laugh in peace. Nobody warns you about that. Like, where is the training for that? Imagine someone tells you that bartending is about cocktails and customer service. Meanwhile, I am out here managing dart bros, massage dicks, and my last thread of sanity. I didn't sign up for this, but I did stay for the stories. Nobody says, "Hey Shay, one day a man's gonna air dry his meat and recommend it to a crowd." But here I am, still geeking by the sound of that air dryer and alive to tell the story. I mean, I am still wondering, did it really work though? Like, come on. I don't know. The moral of the story, men will literally fuck a hand dryer before they go to therapy. Let's do some last call confessions, worst pickup attempt editions, where I'm going to tell y'all the cringiest ways men have tried and failed to seduce me while I'm literally covered in rumplements and rage. The part of this show I tell you something I probably should take to the grave, but instead I'm going to hit record because I'm built like that. So, welcome to Last Call Confessions. This story is The Hygiene Hater. All right, welcome to the worst pickup attempts, where I expose the tragic, horny, and chronically unwashed men who think bartenders are just strippers with poor lighting. And tonight's contender, oh baby, let me tell you about Mr. Hygiene Hater. This man walks in already smelling like stale cigarettes and dryer sheets from 2019. He plops down at the bar, gives me that look like he had just discovered women exist, and says, "You're way too pretty to be working here. You should be a model or like taken care of by someone like me." Mind you, his hair looked crunchy, his breath smelled like fear and Funyuns, and his shirt had a hole in it. Not fashionably, like a stress tear from years of no accountability, y'all. So I lean in and I say, "Someone like you couldn't even take care of a cactus. And you think you could handle all of this?" He blinked. I blinked back. Then I charged him top shelf price for a bottom shelf rum and coke. And before he could hit me with another line, I handed him that change and I walked away like a savage. This is where men are bold, the breath is hot, and the only thing getting wet is the bar rag I wiped him out of my memory with. And that going into our one bar, too many egos. This is all about our coworkers, customers, and all the clowns in between. You ever just like clocked into a shift and realize you're not just fighting the customers? You're fighting your coworkers' delusions as well. Welcome to one bar, too many egos. Behind the stick or in front of it, the ego inflation is real, and I'm here to pop that shit. So let me start with you savage customers. Prices nowadays. Oh, what a headache. So this customer walks up, orders a drink, and the second I tell them the total, it's like I just told them their dog died. $14 for a drink? Yeah. We are literally standing in a bar. You asked for Casamigos and a fresh lime, not tap water and regret. And here's the thing, y'all. I don't make up the damn prices. I do not clock into work, strut behind the bar, and go, "You know what? Let me hit this man with the recession real quick." I'm not the owner. I am definitely not the menu fairy. I am just out here trying to keep the peace and pour your overpriced tequila with a smile that screams emotional damage. And the best part, they get all flustered, like I insulted their grandma, and they hit me with the "that's ridiculous" energy and expect me to what? Apologize? Slide them a discount? Start a GoFundMe for their cocktail? Come on. No, sir, absolutely not. Because guess what? I don't walk up to your job and start critiquing how you do your work. I don't show up at your car dealership screaming, "$40K for this piece of metal? You serious, dude?" I don't pop into your dental office. "You charge how much to clean a tooth?" Girl, bah. So why do y'all think it's cute to throw a tantrum at my bar like I make the rules? I'm here to pour, not negotiate like I'm at the flea market. So y'all can take that same energy you had when you flexed your watch and go talk to management, because until then, it's $14 or it's water. And water's free, baby. You're welcome. And it isn't always the customers, okay? Like, let's talk about the real shift dynamic no one wants to admit. The opener does the vibes and the closer does the warfare. Openers, they will show up to a quiet bar, maybe one regular, sipping coffee and bourbon at 11 a.m. They spend 3 hours cutting fruit while listening to acoustic John Mayer like it's a damn yoga retreat. Then they'll fill a sugar caddy, wipe down a bottle, post a thirst trap on their story, and call that a full shift. Whew, I'm sweating. They leave at like 5:02, right? I restocked the beer, cut limes. We were so busy today. Girl, then tell me why your register literally says $183 and half of that was your own shift drink and mozzarella sticks. By 6 p.m., there's a 30 tap that walked in just for drinks when it comes to closers. We come in with a 4% battery, iced coffee in one hand, trauma in the other. In this group, they want 16 separate tabs, extra ranch, the wells are empty, garnishes look like they've been to frickin' Coachella. There's a fruit fly orgy going on in the speed rack. We're not even going to get into that. And who restocks the beer? Us. Who cuts more fruit because the opener was too slammed? Us. Who has to plunge the toilet because someone's bachelor party didn't know how to aim? Us. And then the manager has the audacity to say, hey, can y'all make sure everything's reset and deep clean before you close? Sure. Let me just mop the ceiling and exfoliate the keg cooler while I'm at it. And the best part, the opener seriously will waltz in the next morning. Like, why is everything sticky? Why is there no mint? Why did y'all not roll silverware? Baby, we were so busy dodging drunk Tinder dates, wiping puke off of bar stools, and praying for the sweet release of Last Call. Your mint dreams were not on our priority list, while some man in cargo shorts was crying into his Long Island. So honestly, the truth, openers clock out glowing and closers clock out sweaty, emotionally raw, and 2 tequila shots away from punching a jukebox. But somehow, it is always the opener that gets promoted. All right, y'all, don't get too hungover because in 2 weeks, I'm going to bring back a special guest, another bar badass who's seen the same shit show just from a different corner of the industry. We're going to double down on the drama, doubling the tea, and absolutely dragging the nonsense straight through the ice well. You do not want to miss this one. So if this episode made you laugh, cringe, or you mentally tip me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Or don't. Either way, I'll still be back in 2 weeks spilling unfiltered shit from behind the bar like a drunk girl in the bathroom. I'm going to keep these short and sweet, just how we like it. Until then, tip your damn bartenders, mind your bar etiquette, and if you can't hang, don't order another round. Catch you next round. Closing time, bitches. XOXO, your local thirst responder.